Hey everyone, Mark Foley here with Inner Evolution Fitness, coming to you with a core workout today, and why I will never have anyone, almost anyone, do crunches under my tutelage. The crunch used to be one of the best abdominal exercises up until recently, until a lot of biomechanists and people that specialize in low back health have found out that the crunch can be contributing to low back pain, causing like herniations or any slip of the discs in the lumbar spine. Why the crunch is pretty bad for the lumbar spine is because it's making a joint that's supposed to be more stable become a very big mover. So the lumbar spine is supposed to stay mainly stable. It can move some, but if you're constantly using it as a mobile joint, then arises some problems. A big analogy that I like to use is with like a credit card. Pretend that this is your lumbar spine. It's pretty rigid and stable, but it can move if needed, but just a little bit of movement. And then afterwards it goes back to more of a normal rigid structure again. But if you keep on using it and adding pressure and pressure and pressure, as in what you would see with a crunch, then you start to get a little bit of a curve, and then if you do it enough, and then I'll just fold it real quick, but if you do it enough, you start to get a big crease, and over time, maybe years in time, your lumbar spine can have a similar effect where it's not as rigid, and it starts to have some pain and or herniation. So that is the big reason why I never want anyone to do a crunch, because it turns your lumbar spine, which is rigid, into something to where it's more mobile and can cause more pain. All right, so again, never do the crunch except if you're an athlete that needs to have that like trunk flexion. And the big exception for me is if I'm training anyone in like a combat sport, where that movement is pretty required for you to get up and resist like people pushing you down. So that's the only time I'll have anyone that I see doing crunches. Besides that, there's way better ways to train the core and abdominals, which I'll show you here in some examples.